Andrew Poe. Own the building at 318 East Main Street. I'm not here to point fingers, place blame, that kind of thing. We had between my building and Sheldon's, we had our third episode. This time somebody actually had the gall to unscrew the fence that is screwed into the review building and come through there, add a nice graffiti to the review building, stole property from Sheldon's building, correct, Sheldon? I guess my big concern is, and I've spent $20,000 on a fence, and I'm not trying to get a lot of sympathy here. I've spent $5,000 clearing shrub. I've put another $3,000 to $4,000 down for a high-tech camera system. And I know that it's not, I'm not trying to place blame on our police department, anything like that. We need a solution going forward to clean these issues up, because I talk with people every single day from New Jersey, California, people that all of us know that have said that the problem starts like this and it gets bigger. And I know that within the law there's only certain things that can be done. But I just think the city, we need kind of an action plan going forward to keep things from getting worse. Because right now, me having 3 calls within the past 3 months, I mean, if they would have come in and ripped out electrical wire, sorry, that puts me another 3-4 months behind. And I just don't have the money to keep doing that. And I need help. That's what it is. And I don't, I follow the rules of the town. I've had Steve over there to look and see what all I need to do so I'm within the historic district bounds. I know that I can't save money by buying windows that have grids inside. I need to have grids on the outside. So I try to follow the rules, but I need help.
Travis? Shelton and I, actually, was it yesterday, Shelton? You came to see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Shelton and I actually talked about this yesterday. Our officers are literally climbing on top of the roof at the Rogersville Review. If he would go back and has the time to check his video, have you done that yet, Shelton?
We didn't see, we went.
Our officers are there
spend all day
patrolling
today.
and actually climbing on top of the roof of the building. So, they're doing their part as far as the patrol. Obviously, we have 2 officers a shift, but they're patrolling and doing their part. Obviously, homeowners, business owners have to do things like cameras. What I recommended to Shelton was cameras that notify him immediately to do that. And I even offered to come down and help him install it. Have you had time to look into that yet, Shelton?
Technically challenged, so
Yeah,
finding what,
But you can get them for $35. Cameras that'll notify you when someone's on your property for $35. Then you can call and let us know and we can respond immediately. That's what I would suggest. But I understand, it's not the Rogersville from 30 years ago where you could leave your doors unlocked and, that we all remember. It is a different place. But, I'll be happy to sit down with any of these people at any given time. My door's always open and they know that, to talk about some solutions. Okay? So thank you.
Well, to add just one thing, part of the problem I've had too is they've ripped the internet. One night they came in through the ceiling, which this is eventually going to be fixed. They came in through the ceiling and ripped all the temporary power out, ripped all the internet cables out. I want to make sure that I do what I need to do, but I want to make sure that the city, as a business owner and as a citizen that's putting money into a dilapidated building that looked like garbage. You know, I want to make sure that I have some sort of protection once I do my part. You know, whether it's, if we have to find funding as a city to, add another police officer. I mean, I don't know. But it's just, I'm at a wit's end with some of this stuff. So, that's it. Thanks.
Go good.
Just a comment, possibly if we could form a committee with city staff, police staff, and business owners, and see what is being done other places. What, if you're going to have cameras, what kind of camera systems work the best? Who can advise us of that? If you're going to have lighting to help deter, to light dark places to help deter, who can help us with that so that we can make as much progress as we can in the least amount of time? So we're not looking at a negative side, we're trying to make this a positive thing, that we're catching this early. But if you go out one morning and you start finding that kind of stuff on Hale Springs Inn or the Kyle House or some of these other places in town, we don't want that. That's not the town that we want for us or the folks that come after us. So we want to begin now making this a better, safer place, and together we can do that.
Thank you. So I haven't seen these pictures before, and it's very obvious what's going on. And
Andrew,
I think
you
it's a
said
great
you
idea.
had cameras on your place?
Yeah, I had the second time. First time the HVAC got ripped out, that was before we even had fencing up. The second time, we had cameras point out, but they ripped the internet out. So that pretty much killed the feed right
So the
there.
cameras didn't catch
And
it.
until I have permanent power,
Yeah.
the stuff I've done through Premier Technologies, that's not going to be totally hooked up. But I mean, it's like when I went out of town and the fence was up, but I wasn't in town to put the locks on. Well, that's when somebody came through and ripped everything out. But this time, they unscrewed the fence from the wall in between that back alley of the review and then where my lot is, and pushed through. So, and like I said, I'm not blaming anybody, but there just needs to be some solution or something going forward, because
Shotgun,
yeah,
blow their head off.
but there needs to be some solution going forward to, it's just not, and being on the chamber board, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
When you come out of Red Dog and you're accosted by somebody or, something like that. A lot of that's mental health, and I know that, and it's a problem everywhere, but I prefer it not to be as big a problem here.
Travis, why don't you try to form a committee? Get a bunch of businessmen and what you said. Anybody here on the board would like to be on that board? Go ahead and set up and try to talk and do what you want to do. Nancy, you know what, we want to do what the business people want. We want your business, we want your sales tax and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were already in the process of actually doing that.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Does that satisfy you, sir?
Yeah, I'm not,
Now, I can't add a policeman right now. We don't,
Right.
our budget's already over with, and I'm not sure adding a policeman's gonna take care of the problem.
right.
Could we look at some of the surrounding communities? I know Bristol just passed a pretty good ordinance.
Yeah.
And see what they're passing, to see what it's helping with the situation. The state passed the legislation that they did for state and federal, and now a lot of the cities are passing
So you-
similar
so you-
resolutions.
You think you know who these people are? That's doing this?
No, it's transit people,
Well, honestly, it could be. We don't.
every time you go to school, when I take her to school in the morning, I can pass at least 4 or 5 buggy pushers. They're down here under the bridge at the, bypass. So, you know, and they come in, sometimes they stay for a while, sometimes they stay for a little while. It's just how well that somebody takes care of them while they're here.
Mark, take care of that when he gets down to I'm sorry. No, thank you for coming up with that, and Travis is gonna work for getting that. And we are here, and we're glad you came to tell us.
Next.
We'll do everything we can to help you all.